All right, so I made a podcast. It's fairly long, and I want to cover a very small sliver of it here in a video. And I'd like to hear other people's thoughts on this. How religion and science are pretty much the same damn thing, especially these days. Within religions, we have the laws of God. Within science, we have the laws of nature. In religion, we have creationism. In science, we have the Big Bang. In religion, God is eternal or infinite, and in science, space and time perhaps are infinite, depending on the theory you believe. In religion, we have prophets and saints. And in science, we have science heroes and, the mathematicians people idolize. We have multi-dimensions in science. We have heaven and hell in religion. All of these things aside, the bigger question is never answered. What the hell came before it? And I mean, that's not just some rhetorical question. That's not just something to scoff at and say, haha, yeah, of course, what came before it? But rather, the honest question, what the fuck came before God? What came before the Big Bang? If these questions aren't answered, then there's no point. It doesn't matter how the universe started if nobody can explain what it expanded into. There's no understanding of how God developed into God and understood what God understands if God wasn't born, if God wasn't raised by someone or something. The idea is I don't believe in either, nor do I disbelieve either. But rather, I laugh at the hubris of humanity to think we can understand it. Not even through ideas, metaphors, allegories, archetypes. You cannot understand. You can understand the basis of human life on this planet, the way that we operate, the way our minds work. You can understand the basic gist of things that work and things that don't work as a human. And this is, of course, very dependent and subjective on where you live and who you live with and the situation you live in. But we figure it out. But asking the biggest questions of life, like, where do we come from and where are we going? Those pale in comparison to what happened before. If you say that everything's circular and time is infinite, that does absolutely nothing for anyone. And I guess maybe I'm just speaking for everyone else. When they say, oh yeah, I'll just accept that, everything's always been this way, it's bullshit. You don't buy into it. We don't understand infinity. We cannot understand infinity. We can barely understand the size of the universe. And my God, I don't think we're ever going to figure this shit out, but it sure is fun to wonder, right?